Part 3, Resource Planning. We start out with a resource pool, a list of all resources in the repository, and there's going to be a number of different attributes, starting out with a resource organizational breakdown structure node. So we lay out the organization in different nodes, and we can put each resource in their proper place with respect to reporting relationships. And we have each resource name, primary skill, cost category, and a cost rate. And notice there's a number of secondary skills as well with different levels of proficiency. Okay, going along now with the resource attributes is also resource capacity. So we have a capacity view. It's kind of assistive view. Notice capacity is 1.0, representing 100%. You can see on top in the summary rows you have capacity demand. This particular resource is over allocated in the June-July time period. We can drill down into the effort forecast and we can see exactly why. He's on 4 different projects, and the 4th project has a demand requirement that exceeds capacity. So we don't move that anywhere. What we do is we highlight it and we show you that there's a problem, and we let you solve it in one of a number of different ways. Also, when we double click on the record, we can switch over to the project view. And the project view shows that there's actually a number of different resources on this project that have some issues. Some aren't assigned, they're just skill assignments, and some are over allocated, like Bob Purdy is over here. Now we can take a look at that assignment back in the resource view again and see if we can find someone else who can do the work. In this case, we take a quick look, and Linda Wolf is right in the group. She has a similar skill set. She can handle the shortfall that Bob can't handle. So we can replace the work that Bob can't do with Linda. We can also replace the full assignment. That's another option. Notice now Bob's schedule is clean. This is a good schedule. He can handle all the work that's been assigned to him. That demand over capacity relationship is important. Here's a utilization view which shows it. Red means overcommitted, blue means there's bench time, and in the white area that Bob now exists, it shows that we're at or near capacity. We can also show this graphically. Go here and show the utilization report. Here's the capacity line. Note that demand is exceeding capacity up here, which means there's too much work to do, but we haven't even allocated resources up to the capacity level. So we're falling below the capacity line, which means we can do a better job of allocating. So for one reason or another, we're falling short, and we can take a look at whether that's a skills mismatch. Now we talked about rolling things up to show utilization. If we roll everything up by project, we get a view that shows project demand. So the project demand view now shows all the projects in priority order. Notice the ones on top are all clean. That means that the resources assigned are actually able to do the work. But if we look down below, some of these resources are overcommitted, and so the projects are showing up with highlighting. We can model to figure out if we can handle all the work that's required. Here's an example where we're running a model based on the head count that we currently have. And we plug this zero change into the model, and we find out that we probably could do a better job if we had the same head count, but we had some different skill sets available. So in this case, we have too many people in validation and mechanical. But even if we did that change, we would still only achieve some of the projects. So we can go back now and take another look and see what happens if we try to satisfy all the demand shortfall. Now what this represents is actually changing the capacity in the organization. So we're going to have a 23% increase in this particular model to our current head count. And when we run that view or that model, we find out that we can actually achieve the whole portfolio. So it would take a 23% head count increase to achieve all the work we want to